In order to make great enchiladas, we have to have a great sauce. I went to my grocery store and to the enchilada sauces and turned 3 or 4 of them over. 1/4 cup of enchilada sauce is between 430 and 460 milligrams of sodium. There's no way we can do that. We have to make our own. My recipe makes 4 cups almost all the time. Sometimes I get 1 tablespoon over, sometimes 1 tablespoon under. The whole recipe, the 4 cups, has got 93.57 milligrams of sodium. 1/4 cup of ours is going to have 5.85 milligrams. Just a shade less than 6. Sure beats 430 or 460 milligrams of sodium. We can have this. I have a bowl of dry ingredients. First thing we need is chili powder. Store-bought chili powder has 240 milligrams of sodium for 1 tablespoon. The 11th video on my channel is chili powder blend that we make. It's got less than 5 milligrams for a tablespoon. So check that out. It has worked great in everything I've ever tried it on. In our dry ingredients, we have 2 teaspoons of our chili powder blend, 3/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, 1½ teaspoons of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, just a shade less than 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. It just doesn't take much. And 1/3 cup of flour. That's our dry ingredients. Well, that's most of them. We got a couple more to go. About a 6-cup measuring cup gives you plenty of room to stir stuff. 2 cups of bottled water with no sodium in it. My tap water has sodium, so I use this. 1 teaspoon apple cider vinegar. 1 can of petite diced tomatoes, no salt added. It's 14.5 ounce can. 2 teaspoons of cocoa. I like this because it gives the sauce sort of a mole flavor. If you're not fond of that, just put in 1 teaspoon. When we get to the taste test, you'll get to check and see whether you want a little bit more. 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. 3 tablespoons tomato paste, no salt added. 3 packages of Herb Ox sodium-free bouillon. This comes from my grocery store and Walmart. My first step, 1/4 cup of extra light olive oil for high heat cooking. 1/4 cup. I'm going to put a 1/4 cup in my saucepan. Put the dry ingredients in there and whisk it so that the flour and the spices get incorporated into the olive oil. Makes a smooth sauce when we start putting in the liquid. About 1.5 minutes of stirring on this. I'll add the liquid, bring it to a boil, simmer it, turn it down and simmer it, whisking it until it just starts getting a little bit thick. We don't want it real thick. We're going to heat our tortillas in it, and they'll take a lot of that moisture out. I'm going to make our sauce. You got all the ingredients to do it with. Our sauce is almost done. I just wanted to show you this. Nudson's Hampshire sour cream. 10 milligrams of sodium for 2 tablespoons. Some of the sour creams go up to 65. I put half a cup, just 40 milligrams in here. And from my freezer, I took out a little bit of my enchilada sauce that I made the other day. I always keep the leftovers because I can use it. Got about a quarter cup in here. I'm going to mix the enchilada sauce from the other day in with the sour cream. This makes a great dip and a garnish. Produce section has a jicama. Peel it and slice it. It has no sodium. It's really good in here. When you serve this, people don't know they're eating low sodium. Someone might even say, I thought you guys had to eat low sodium. When the enchiladas get done, get on your table, put this out there for a garnish you just can't beat. The dry ingredients, I whisk for about a minute and a half, put all the wet stuff in, brought it to a boil, turned it down, simmered it, and whisked it until it started getting a little thick. Probably maybe 5 minutes. 9 by 13 inch pan, sprayed with non-stick. I like avocado oil, so that's what I used. And I like the red pan for the enchiladas. Turns out pretty. Enchiladas are not right unless they got a little bit of cheese. I weighed my cheese. The package says a quarter cup for a serving, but they must smack it down. I've got 56 grams in here, and it comes up to 2/3 of a cup, loosely filled, not packed down. And we also need to have some black olives. Mario and others have a low sodium. 4 of these little guys is 40 milligrams of sodium. I took 10 and chopped them because our minds do funny things to us. If we don't see any olives on our enchiladas, we're just not going to be happy. If you see them, we get real happy, and they're tasty. If we put that can in the refrigerator, that's kind of a mistake because we're just going to eat it. So I take little bags, I put 5 in each one, a little bit of the juice, and freeze them on a cookie sheet, then stick them in the bag. Temptation's gone to eat those little guys, and I got them for my next project. I'm going to put, maybe a quarter cup of sauce in the bottom of this pan. I think maybe we'll put about half. We like to see cheese. I'm going to put about a tablespoon in this meat. Mix it up. Then when we cut our enchiladas, we say, ooh, it's got cheese in it. Good stuff. Okay. Tortilla goes in. It doesn't take long for them to soften. Just a little bit. That's all it takes. Then we're going to put some of the meat in it. I'm saving the rest of the cheese and all the olives for the top. Fold them over, roll them tight, put the seam down in your pan. Extra stuff goes back in. I'm going to do the 12, then I'll come back and see you. I forgot something. We want to do a taste test on that sauce before we start rolling these things. I know it's the way we like it. Might not be exactly how you want it. If you want more garlic, stick it in there and simmer it a little bit more. If you want that mole taste, another teaspoon of the cocoa. If you want spicier, a little more of our fancy chili powder blend, whatever it is to make it just the way you want it. The meat that I browned was 1 pound of 93% lean ground beef with 1 chopped onion. I didn't use all the meat, there was a little left over, but it's in our count, so I just put it on the top. Then we're going to spoon the sauce over. Sometimes it takes all the sauce, sometimes it doesn't. I think sometimes the tortillas are a little bit drier than other times. I like Arizona brand white corn tortillas. 5 milligrams for 2 tortillas. Put the sauce on it. I might use it all today. But I still have some in the freezer. If you don't use all the sauce, freeze it. It's really good for dip. Or add it to another casserole. Tamale pie. A lot of other things you can use it for seasoning with. Because you've made it perfect for you. Sprinkle all this cheese on it. Funny how we do. We see cheese. And we say, okay, it's got cheese. Olives. We're going to put all these on here. Whatever your sodium count is, cooking on my low sodium videos is just like any kind of cooking. If your number for your sodium count allows it, and you want more cheese, you can do it. This whole pan of enchiladas is 808 milligrams of sodium. 12 enchiladas in each one, 68 milligrams. These are going to go in my oven at 350 for 20 minutes. And then we're going to show you what they look like. In the description for this video is a discounted coupon where you can purchase my low sodium Mexican cooking and recipes course for $9.99. There are lots of recipes and tips. Click on that little link, it'll take you right to it. Just because we have to eat low sodium does not mean that our food can't look really good and taste amazing. I have my dip here, ready for a garnish if anybody wants them on there. Pair this with the green salad and we've got a nice meal. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel for more tips, more recipes. Click on the little bell and you'll get a little ding when I put out a new video. I'd love to hear from you, comments or questions. I'm going to try to post a new video every Friday. Keep watching. You never know what you're going to find out.